Download Tarang online radio app from Google Play Store.
I now have lived 2.5 years as German ambassador to India in this country, and I have two suggestions. The first one, wouldn't it make a lot of sense to make driving safer? I think road safety has to be enhanced, and Germany can be a partner here, because the German industry has a lot of knowledge and a lot of solutions on road safety. And to think that these safety solutions in automobile industry are costly is wrong. They are quite affordable by now, and otherwise other countries like Brazil would not have introduced these solutions in their markets. And my final suggestion is, we have to confront pollution, obviously. And that means introduce Bharat 6 as early as possible. And give incentives to those manufacturers who are willing to introduce Bharat 6 technology before April 2020. The German car industry is ready and willing to support this step. Ladies and gentlemen, in a global market, we can only be successful if we work together on global challenges. Thank you very much, and I give the floor to Dr. Bräunig from WDR.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nayer. The strong welcome support by the federal German government. Firstly, I want to create more attention on India's potential that leads to the strong and increasing German industry to be engaged with in India. Secondly, to make more attention on the fact that this year, for the first time, in the Indian passenger market will overtake the German market in terms of volume for the first time. Thirdly, that leads to one strong reason why we Germans demonstrate here our performance with our presence at Auto Expo 2018. And last but not least, the potential of mutual trade is not exhausted, and a new attempt, as Dr. Nayer said, I would like strongly to confirm, is need to reach an FTA between the EU and India. Why are we here? India is on a path of growth. In 2017, the gross domestic product increased by close to 7%, and we expect further growth of 7.4%. In our VDA's forecast, we assume that in the current year, the Indian passenger car market will expand by 10% to a volume of almost 3.6 million units. And the potential has not yet been exhausted, not by a long way. The number of passenger cars here is still low by international comparison. At present, India has round about 24 passenger cars for every 1,000 inhabitants, while Germany, for example, has 560 passenger cars for every 1,000 inhabitants. So, thirdly, the German automotive industry. Germany is producing in Germany 5.6 million cars this year, exporting 77% of that, and on top we produce round about 10.8 million German cars outside Germany. So this is our international presence, two sides of one coin, foreign direct investment and free trade, and all the suppliers being engaged here at the Auto Expo demonstrate their performance in supporting their big customers, not only German ones, but the Indian as well. Here in New Delhi, supported by the federal government and the IGC, Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, our suppliers are present, along with newcomers to the Indian market. German passenger car makers are also exhibiting at the Auto Expo 2018, the motor show that is taking place almost simultaneously in Greater Noida. German car makers have their own production facilities in India, like Audi in Aurangabad, and of course BMW Group in Chennai, Daimler in Pune, Volkswagen Chakan near Pune. This is the 7th time that the VDA has initiated a German pavilion here at the Auto Expo in Delhi with the slogan "Made in Germany," supported through the official foreign trade show program by the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy and AUMA, the Association of the German Trade Fair Industry. It's being realized by the trade show organizer IMA. Thank you for all this great support. We, as the initiator, providing local support for participation at the German pavilion during the trade show, and for business information, cooperation requests and media inquiries, we are at the entire show. In addition, VDA organizes a range of activities to support the presence of the German automotive industry in India. One important activity I would like to mention is the meeting of our Indo-German Working Group on Automotive this week. It was formed in 2007. It comprises representatives of the Indian and German governments, important automotive institutions, and the trade associations ACMA, SIAM, and VDA. It covers topics like all keys to mobility in the automotive sector in both countries, such as environment, safety, alternative powertrains, all the way to the regulatory conditions for bilateral trade. We wish to thank in particular the German Federal Ministry of Transport and Digital Infrastructure for supplying active support to this working group, and you, Mrs. Worringen, for your personal dedication. A big hand to Ms. Worringen. Last year, German suppliers delivered parts and components worth 514 million euros to the Indian market, and in return, Indian suppliers exported parts worth 205 million euros from India to Germany. Obviously, too little attention is given to the fact here in India, in my view, that the Indian automotive industry has a surplus in the trade in passenger cars with Germany's, whereas in the first 11 months of 2017, passenger cars worth 30 million euros were sold from Germany to India. India supplied passenger cars worth 240 million euros to Germany. I'm therefore very keen to see the negotiations on a free trade agreement between EU and India resumed soon. Today they are more or less on hold. So far, the Indian government has not ruled out its position, and in fact, its passenger car trade surplus should facilitate such a move. It's in the India's own interest, because this large aspiring country also wishes to increase its own exports. And I appreciate it very much that the Minister for Commerce and Industry confirmed this morning his goal for India to increase its exports from India to the world. For this, free access to the international markets will be absolutely essential for Germany as well as for India. So in my view, stable direct investment and free trade are two sides of the same coin, and we should benefit both from these ideas, India and Germany. The presence of the German suppliers here in India demonstrates at the common booth the great expertise of the larger and medium-sized supply companies and their commitment to both sides of this coin. Together they stand for trade with India and investment from Germany. Some examples from our suppliers of the German pavilion you have delivered in my statement, and I thank you very much for joining us again, Frau Wöring, Herr Steinrücke, Dr. Nayer, and many success for this Auto Expo for our German companies. Thank you for your attention.
हम हैं तरंग ऑनलाइन रेडियो वर्ल्ड। Download Tarang online radio app from Google Play Store.